weight sharing is for me like the foundation of contact improvisation. That yes, we can be dancing on our own 2 feet. There's a lot of beautiful interplay that happens when we're not making contact, but it's not specifically contact improvisation to me in the way that there's a type of weight sharing that there's no other dance that I do in any context or movement practice where we have this type of really like leaning into each other, balancing on the one foot, and finding a counterbalance against the point of contact. So I'm doing the same exercise as before. The difference is that wherever I'm touching her, I think of this as the same as this. It's one of my grounds. So my ground is now my right foot, and it's here where I'm touching Julia. Now my ground is here and here, so I counterbalance from this point. We're moving that way, so I counterbalance to here. I find some way to move my feet, and I want you to now watch only my feet. Step, 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 step. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Step, step. Notice how close they stay to each other. And you can come in close, Julia, and get the feet. The knees always over the toes. Now I feel her pushing her hips into my hips, so go ahead and push your hips a bit more into mine. And then I have to push my hips into hers and counterbalance my feet, my ground, and my reach. And I still have this pushing directly at her. Every time I place a foot, I'm pushing towards her and reaching opposite her. So the force is generating from here. Force is also generating from here, like I shoot a rocket engine. And it drives more of my body weight into the point of contact. So this is one idea, what we just did, the stepping and the reaching. The second part of this is forming shapes in the body so that there's only one point of contact, and it's very clear and round. So, for example, if we go back to back, and I'm standing like this, you see there's a space here to stick my whole hand through. If I start to give weight, it's confusing because there's some here and there's some here. I don't know what to do with my arms. So instead, I feel her pressing more here. Go ahead, and I go, okay, I'll press there. And you see how my belly engages. My hips are in a neutral alignment. My arms, again, are reaching opposite the point of contact. So it's up here, so my arms don't have to go here. They maybe go like here. And so now my spine, is doing a really big bend to create this point of contact with her. And I'm not planning ahead, but as I feel it moving, now the point of contact is here, so I reach there somehow to create, I really like this idea of like, if I shoot fire, of course the fire goes that way and energy comes this way, like a gun. There's recoil from this movement, and that recoil is into her body and potentially continuing all the way into this arm. But as she comes back towards me, I can soften and bend and change and roll, and the whole time I'm trying just to be in just one point of contact to her. So we'll start back to back. And we're going to play with the difference in between being connected up here and then making these big rolling movements. And when we come down to touch butt to butt, this is where we can tilt the hips forward and stand up tall with a spine that's blossoming, with the chest up and open. And we can start to really push into each other with the sacrum and to grind a little bit and find this kind of like bear dance. And then at some point, one person will tuck the tailbone down and we'll initiate a spiraling snake-like movement to the top. And now here, we can move our feet even a little further apart. And again, my hands are trying to figure out some way to create balance in the shape. and my pelvis is in a nice, beautiful line from shoulder to hip to foot. Notice it gets much more difficult if I do this. Now I don't really feel like I'm pushing her. If you do it correctly and really push me, I'll fall, right? I'll be like, oh no, oh no. It's also much more difficult to do like this, because now the point of contact isn't clear and I'm overpowering her with my weight. So, 3 things to think about. The feet moving a lot. Step, 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 rotating. Number 2, counterbalance with the hands. Number 3, the shape of spine, 1 point of contact. Okay? Let's continue.